How's it going, guys? My name is Checker and welcome to today's video. So just gonna get right into this video, guys. I never expected to be making this video so soon. On December 23rd of 2017, I purchased Fortnite Save the World and instantly fell in love with it. In February of 2018, I started posting Save the World videos to this channel. Over the past year, I have been extremely lucky and fortunate to have gained over 175,000 subscribers. And to all of you that are subscribed, I want to truly thank you for that. But things are simply not the way they used to be a year ago. Save the World is in trouble. Every day we see more and more people voicing their concern over the current state of the game. People are simply getting fed up. YouTubers are actually leaving the game. Morgan over at Split Screen has quit the game. Aiden Harris has been posting non-Fortnite videos. Latana has been posting a ton of non-Fortnite videos. I've quit playing the game entirely. I believe David Dean even posted a rant video the other day expressing his concerns. The game is simply in the worst state that it has ever been in. But I owe you guys an explanation as to why I've quit playing and posting Save the World content. To help illustrate my point, we have, well, some illustrations here and hypothetical situation. Meet Mr. Consumer, the manager at a local grocery store. Mr. Consumer is looking to hire an employee to do some shelf stocking. So he goes on his computer, reads through all the applications he's received, and eventually picks young Timmy. Timmy's application seemed very promising. It was well written. He had a whole plan as to what he was going to do as a shelf stalker. So Mr. Consumer hires his promising new employee. Timmy shows up on his first day of work and starts stocking shelves. He then goes on to tell Mr. Consumer that he will have the whole store stocked by the end of the day. Great, right? Mr. Consumer then leaves him to his work. Later in the day, Mr. Consumer comes back to check on Timmy's work, and sure enough, there are issues. Timmy has managed to stock only 5 items, and he proclaims that yes, he is aware of the current situation, but he is going to be working on it. He is still going to have all of these shelves stocked by the end of the day. Don't worry, Mr. Consumer, I'm working on it. Mr. Consumer says, fine, okay, I believe you, and goes about his day. Later in the day, he returns to find that little progress has been made, and many items are misplaced, causing issues. These issues are impacting the overall flow of the store. Timmy apologizes for his mistake, assures Mr. Consumer that he will have it fixed, and ends up spending more time fixing his mistakes than if he had done things right in the first place. But don't worry, Mr. Consumer, I'm working on it. Things will be fixed. I'm going to do this. Mr. Consumer, unsatisfied at this point with Timmy's work, goes back to his computer and starts looking for other employees. He finds a lot of employees that boast a lot of experience and success in the shelf stocking industry, and eventually he returns to check on Timmy's work once again, only to find that things are taking much longer than Timmy had projected. But don't worry, Mr. Consumer, Timmy has a lot planned for these next shelves. He's gonna do something amazing with these next shelves. You just have to wait and give him time. It is at this point that Mr. Consumer is at a dilemma. Should he be a cool boss or should he be a strict boss? Should he believe Timmy? Should he trust Timmy to get the work done? Or should he fire Timmy and look for a different employee? Looking at the first option, let's just assume for the situation that Mr. Consumer decides to trust Timmy. Go ahead, show me what you've got. The shelves will get stocked when the shelves get stocked. There's no big rush. Mr. Consumer has decided to be that cool boss, that friendly boss, and subsequently because of that, Timmy's efforts do not improve. Timmy works at his own pace, setting his own goals. Sometimes work gets done well and efficiently, but other times it takes Timmy an extremely long time to complete simple tasks. This then disrupts the flow of the store and drives customers to other stores, and in the end, neither Timmy or Mr. Consumer benefit from this situation. On the other hand, if Mr. Consumer decides to be a strict and stern boss, things actually get done. Timmy is given an ultimatum: either do your job in a timely fashion or leave. If Timmy decides to get his act together and do things proficiently, then the store benefits. Everybody wins. If Timmy says, yeah, whatever, man, I'm doing my thing here, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, he gets fired. In the end, it did not matter what Timmy had promised, all the things that he said he was going to do. What mattered was what he had actually done. Timmy was ultimately responsible for his choices. We, as consumers spending money on a video game, have to decide, do we want to be the cool boss or the strict and stern boss? And in the case of Save the World, do we want to say, hey, there's no rush, get the game done, when it's ready, it's ready? Or do we want to say, hey, I'm spending money on your game, I'm expecting a certain amount of development from this game, and to be frank, you are not living up to those expectations. expectations. All of us have to make that decision. Do we want to be the nice guy, or do we want to be that stern, strict boss? And sure, it's nice to be that friendly boss that everybody likes, but a stern and strict boss makes sure things get done. There's a reason why in real life, stereotypically speaking, bosses are considered jerks, because in order to be a good boss, in order to make sure that stuff is getting done in a timely, efficient manner, you need to be stern, you need to be strict. You need to have expectations of your employees. Having these expectations, having these goals will result in a better flowing work environment. More progress gets done under a strict and stern boss as opposed to a cool boss that lets you leave early on Friday. The fact of the matter, guys, is that Fortnite Save the World has been out for over a year and a half. Do you think the amount of content we have gotten, do you think the amount of time it takes for bugs to get fixed is acceptable? I don't think it is. I think it's absolutely absurd the amount of time that we have to wait to get bug fixes. Epic was talking about fixing AFK nearly a year ago, and we're finally just getting some fixes now, if you can even call them fixes. It is absurd how long things take to get worked on. And in my eyes, Epic is Timmy. He's an underperforming worker. He shows up to work, promises you the world, does a little bit of work, and collects his money. But don't worry, guys, we're working on this really cool hero rework. And you guys can also look forward to the Twine Peaks storyline. And yeah, the hero rework will probably be pretty cool. The Twine Peaks biome will probably be pretty awesome. I'm sure it'll be filled with fetch quests, but the biome will be cool. But none of that changes the fact that at this moment we have a buggy, repetitive, broken game. The game is pretty much broken on Xbox. I mean, if you look on Reddit, there are posts every single day about how broken the game is. Seemingly every time we have an update, we get more bugs added to the game. And yeah, in my opinion, it's just been absolutely ridiculous. And Epic made what, like nearly $3 billion last year off of Fortnite. Granted, that is mostly from BR, but still, that's $3 billion that you could go and invest in other things like Save the World. But it simply just doesn't happen. We've had the same 5 people working in the Save the World closet now for nearly 2 years. And yeah, I mean, I don't actually know how many people are working on Save the World. I would assume that it's a very low number by the rate at which we get new content. But I guess to summarize, guys, I've just been really disappointed with Save the World. I just don't enjoy it anymore. I wish we had more diverse missions. I wish we had a complete game. I wish we had a better loot system. I mean, there's so many things I want this game to have. But at this point in time, guys, I just don't see this stuff coming to the game. I don't see Save the World succeeding on the route that it's on. The path that they are carving for themselves is that of a negative one. Just look at the Google Trends chart for Save the World. It has been in a steady decline ever since May of last year. Keep in mind, Google Trends is not showing like an active player number or anything like that. It is simply showing the amount of searches on Google's platforms. But it's pretty safe to say that as this trend goes down, that the player base is probably also following suit. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I've been rambling now for a while here. I think I've just gotten really sick and tired of the game. I'm done waiting for the game to be what I want it to be. I have no idea at this point in time what Epic is doing with Save the World. I cannot wrap my head around a logical answer. They have the money. Why don't they invest in it? Why don't they make it the great game it could be? I mean, it would make them more money. But instead, they're just kind of like, meh, we're working on it at our pace. And yeah, I don't know. The future is not bright for this game, though, I can tell you that. If that trend on Google Trends continues to go downward, I mean, that's going to be the death of the game. It is. It 100% will be. We're starting to see a lot of YouTubers quit the game, and I mean, that's just what happens. It really sucks. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It really, really sucks. I really loved this game. I absolutely fell in love with it when I first started playing it. But I'm at a point now where I just can't deal with it anymore. I'm done. I want to move on. I'm excited for the future of my channel. The future doesn't hold Save the World anymore. I really wish it did, but I mean, there comes a time when everyone has to move on. And moving on, I'm going to be switching to Borderlands content. It's an incredible, incredible game series. If you guys have not heard of it, I would highly recommend you guys go check it out. It's really honestly a great game series. Borderlands 3 is probably on the horizon here pretty soon. There's a lot of rumors going around right now that we're going to be seeing Borderlands 3 sometime this year. If that's the case, then that is awesome. I really hope for that to be true. And I hope that you guys stick around to see some of that content. I completely understand if you're going to unsubscribe with this change of content. I mean, you did subscribe for Fortnite Save the World content, and now I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot of subscribers, but hey, you know, that's all right. Like I said, I'm just really looking forward to the future here and the opportunity here that I have. So once again, thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me and watched my videos. I really sincerely appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on the current state of Save the World. But thanks you guys for watching today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys next time. Meet Mr. Consumer. He is the manager at some local grocery store, and he's looking to hire some employees to do some stock shelving. Shelf stocking. Wow.